All right, gentlemen, I went over the rules early in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands, touch yourselves all times, play Olympia. Buena suerte. Good luck to both of y'all.
Luis Alberto Lopez, 11 consecutive wins, 8 by stoppage since he lost to Ruben Villa, who we saw earlier on tonight, put on a spectacular performance in May of 2019. He said, that night, I realized I was doing everything wrong. Since then, he's changed his attitude, his mentality, and tonight he steps into the ring for the second time as a world champion to defend his belt against Joet Gonzalez, a man intent on making his dream and his family's dream of becoming a champion come true this evening.
So what you're going to see tonight is conventional fighters. They use their skill to maintain their most favorable attributes. For Joet Gonzalez, that's going to be controlling distance outside at times, but it's more of a volume effect. He likes to let his hands go. He uses the high guard, whereas you have the unconventional fighter, he uses instincts. He uses unorthodox rhythms and techniques to offset conventional boxing mechanics.
Luis Alberto Lopez, the Leakey's pharmacies, and he's coming in, taking a jab from Gonzalez, but somebody's got to make him pay, right?
Yeah.
Joet does with that right hand.
That's the shot that's open for Joet. It's the right hand. Beautiful right hand. And the jab as well, because you can isolate. And he has a shorter reach as well. So
he leaps in, trying to set up that body work and those uppercuts. Joet, though, comes firing out of that corner. And now he takes and dictates the pace.
He's going to explode with something. There it is right there. You see that looping right hand? Power, he gets you to bag out, and then that jab tries to split the guard right there.
Ooh, that was an uppercut that barely missed. Good defensive work for Gonzalez, who then goes to the body with the right hand. You can feel the tension between the unorthodox fighter and the fighter who is technically sound here as round one comes to a close. Of De Los Santos, he put on a clinic on how to defeat the high guard.
You can come underneath it, you can come around it. You know, there's little holes around a tight high guard. The guard that Gonzalez used. See how he's coming around the elbows, going down to the body, and eventually he will catch him in between.
Weekend in Vegas, a card that will be a 2 championship title card with Emmanuel Navarrete defending his 130-pound title, which once belonged to Shakur Stevenson. Now it's a warning for Gonzalez for punching on the hip. You see the way Lopez attempts to evade punches, and then he digs to the body. Another questionable blow downstairs from Joet. Flurries from Lopez.
Joet's doing a good job right here. This is where he wants. Then he has to depend on something else. But you see Lopez trying to split that guard with the uppercut. That's the shot that he's going to be looking for tonight.
Challenging for the 3rd time at 126 pounds. Lands a very nice overhand right from the outside. He does it again.
That right hand is the money punch for Joet tonight.
And this is an excellent start for Joet Gonzalez in terms of dictating the pace.
Dictating the pace, but he needs to keep landing something effective. That was a vicious body shot right there from him.
He's keeping Lopez from finding his rhythm. Nice combination, though, left and right from Lopez. That's where he becomes dangerous.
But I like the sense of urgency from Gonzalez so far in this fight. I like the fact that he's fighting. He's fighting back. He's just not allowing Lopez to have his way. He's answering his calls. Good right hand.
Featherweight world title fight. The champion Luis Alberto Lopez off to a slow start against.
Yes, it is. You know, I was talking about the urgency in the fighter meetings. You know, he's just very composed, you know, person. You know, and I didn't feel it in the fighter meeting. You know, I didn't feel like he felt like this was his last opportunity, but he's fighting like it is. No doubt about it.
You remember when I asked him, do you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder tonight? And he says, I have to fight that way, as Lopez lands a nice right hand, trying to close the gap on Gonzalez.
What you need to see is the counters in between those shots. That's important for the judges. Very unconventional. It's very hard to train for a fighter like this.
There's a nice looping, like a catch and shoot, right?
Yeah, the shoulder roll.
And we talked about adjustments, and that's a great adjustment from Lopez. That first leaping left hook that lands clean on Joet Gonzalez.
Right back in the center of the ring.
That's a stick from Joet, but he pays catching a left hook as then he lands a shot of his own.
Good jab.
Ooh,
Them
punching
shots
the gloves, but still.
You see how hard they are.
Yes.
Them some hard shots.
Well, Emiliano Vargas, who fought earlier tonight, said, I've been in with great champions in sparring, including Jorge Linares among them.
Legs.
Yeah.
You can see the bulk on his legs, the strength. That's where he gets the power from.
You saw those legs across the ring when you fought Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, exactly.
Those calves. Nazim Ahmed had those calves as well.
Look at this. Look, I mean, it's so many mistakes. Leaping in with uppercuts the way he does. I mean, no one's been able to make him pay. It's unreal.
Round 4 of a scheduled 12-round championship fight for the IBF featherweight title between Luis Alberto Lopez and Joet Gonzalez. And so far, you see the difference here, throwing just 24 punches more. It's early in the fight. Adjustments still need to be made by both fighters, but Joet's so focused right now, he's expanding so much energy and trying to be efficient. And Lopez just like, you do you, because I'm going to do me.
Yeah, absolutely. And to defend his championship.
And to win it.
And to win it. And to retain it.
You see those short inside punches from Lopez. That is not where Joet wants to be.
And the sparring that he's getting in Vegas. He moved to Vegas. That's important for a fighter. Guys like Shushu, he's been sparring.
Nice left uppercut there from
Shushu Carrington.
Joet. Joet's going to have to fight him.
Even when he was fighting against Dog Bay was outboxing him until he stepped on the gas. Joet's doing exactly what he can do at this moment, and that's press forward and let his hands go. But I would really like for him to really focus on something. Focus on the body.
You see how comfortable Lopez is using his legs, creating angles for himself, making his opponent come to him until he decides he's going to strike.
Yeah. And this is what you see in the IQ of Lopez. Top-notch IQ. Just like Navarrete. Navarrete has a high IQ.
As we start round 5 of this IBF featherweight world title.
Right like that he kept his discipline and he kept his distance, used the jab. That's what Joet's going to have to do, use his length.
It's not. I mean, he sits there mid-range like he's doing right here. He shot a jab out there, yes, but then he covers up when some offense is coming back. See, just like that. I mean, the judges are seeing some of these punches are being deflected, yes.
Lopez has an excellent distance measure. He understands range and staying away from those long arms of Joet Gonzalez.
Look at that. You see the hook from that position he was at? You don't see that. That's not normal.
El Venado Lopez, 20-8 so far after 4 rounds. As Joet lands a nice overhand right.
See, and that's the right hand I'm talking about. It's open. It's open for Joet. He just has to let it go.
But there's a left hook coming back if he misses it, right?
Yes.
So that's the
or an uppercut.
Yeah.
There's that 2-1 combination I was talking about, how he closes distance with it.
Short left on the inside from Joet Gonzalez. Double left, triple it up, does El Venado Lopez. Sleight of hand from Lopez here. The champion digging to the body. Joet attempting to answer here in the final seconds of the 5th round. The world title is at stake on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Luis Alberto Lopez has many weapons. The best weapon for Joet Gonzalez so far in this fight, Tim, has been the right hand. rounds. That's 3% better than Joet Gonzalez.
Again, you see, when you're being forced back like that, that's effective aggression. You're letting your hands go, and then where is Gonzalez going? He's going backwards, and he's not throwing any punches. You have to be able to counter those shots coming from Lopez.
And the difference was Gonzalez was pushing Lopez back, but they were uppercuts.
Oh, there it is.
There's that right
That's
hand
the right hand.
combination.
Right hand is open for him.
Can he duplicate that success, though? Ooh, he missed with that right, and he almost got clipped by a right uppercut from Lopez.
He has to take those risks. That right hand, the right hand is extremely important in this fight. I mean, if they watch the film like I did, the right hand, I saw the right hand and the left hook is open, but I haven't seen too many left hooks coming from Gonzalez. There's another right hand.
Right.
Yes, yes. It's a good round right now. Very efficient round for Gonzalez.
Now he uses his jab. The punch variety, I think, has been the biggest difference in this 6th round for Gonzalez. He's not predictable.
Yeah, he's dropping down, dropping the stab jab downstairs. And then he's coming with the right hand over the top. So he's taking the attention from Lopez downstairs to be able to land up top.
Ooh, counter left from Lopez.
Did you see his eyes?
I saw his legs and his eyes.
His eyes roll back in his head. But every time Lopez throws a punch, look at his opposite hand. It's down.
Hard punching Emmanuel Navarrete as well as Isaac Dogbe, all champions, and they haven't been able to stop him. And Lopez said, I will be the first to end the fight before the final bell against Joet Gonzalez. That remains to be seen. We're halfway through this world title fight here in Corpus Christi. In round 6, but the consistency of Joet's right hand, that's what I took away from that.
Well,
round.
it's the technical deficiencies of the champion. Lopez, again, getting hit with the right hand. You see the lead hand down, but again, he rolls with these shots. He knows it's open. He understands that, but he rolls, taking the power off that shot. And that's a nice little counter. Block, just a parry, counter right hand over the top from Gonzalez. Again, it's not active. It's about the quality of the punches you're throwing. It's just not about being active. It's how effective your punch shots are landing.
Like that body shot that Lopez landed moments ago?
Yes.
Okay, last warning. Keep him up. You hit him on the hip. Okay?
It's a warning for hitting on the hip all night. And this time, it'll be the final warning.
Good jab. Nice stab jab right there from Gonzalez.
Yeah, and then starting
And
with
another
lead
right
rights. Exactly. Because that's the name of Luis Alberto Lopez's game. You don't know where they're coming from. All you know is that they will be coming. That's a great combination from Joet.
But you see him roll it again.
Yes, he did roll, and then he looks away. But Joet, more successful here in this 7th round. The fighter who's stepping forward has the advantage in this fight, Tim. It's been proven throughout these first 7 rounds, with the exception of Lopez when he's walking backwards and countering with uppercuts.
Yes.
He has his moments.
This is a good round, I believe, for Gonzalez.
You talk about the
Right here.
scoring zone, Tim.
Yes. That's a scoring zone. Down shoulders, front part of the shoulder, all the way down to your midsection, connected to your belly button. Those are the scoring zones that the judges are looking for effective punches to land.
Man, I ain't taking no knife anywhere.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to give you an example.
7 rounds in the books here. Good round for Joet Gonzalez here, challenging for the world title. Joet Gonzalez exhorting Joet not to allow Luis Alberto Lopez to get back in the rounds. But what's more concerning, Tim,
Yeah, a lot of times when you have a fighter that can punch, he swells you up quickly. He really does. I remember being in the ring with Ruzan Papanikov. He had heavy hands, and when he hit me, I quickly started to swell up. So judges don't really pay attention to damage. They don't pay attention to that at all. This isn't UFC where they pay attention to damage, the amount of damage that a fighter is putting on his opponent. They pay attention to the effectiveness of each punch that's landed.
but the doctor does pay attention to that damage. And Mark Kriegel just spoke with cutman Mike Basil about the situation in Joet's corner.
Who says no problem? Little swelling, no problem for Mike Basil, no problem for Joet Gonzalez. I thought Joet, by the way, was effective right there when he had him against the ropes. And again, when he was using his distance and using his reach.
But there's Lopez with a short uppercut on the inside. Even ducks under the rope, Tim, to create an angle and connect his right.
So slick.
From the body punching of Gonzalez. Lopez.
Right
yes,
there?
sir. Right uppercut.
Joet came in trying to attack, and he stepped back from that position he's in. Switching from the southpaw, just a nice little switch. A stand switch to land that uppercut.
He sees Luis Alberto Lopez is there. He just can't touch him. Blocks the body punch, does Lopez, and then he comes out of there, crouching and landing an uppercut.
Moving off the back foot right there. 2 punches up the middle.
Ooh, there's that stick from Lopez.
Look at that.
Setting up Gonzalez as he freezes him at the center of the ring. It's got to be discouraging.
It is. It's this. I mean, the soccer background. The reason how he can go from one foot to the other, transition his weight, and still have his mechanics and technique, his form, to be able to land solid shots like he's landing.
Against Joet Gonzalez, and 8 rounds in, Mark Kriegel has his scorecard for us.
77-75, 5 rounds to 3. Luis Alberto Lopez. Look, I thought that Joet was winning the 6th, and he's winning the 8th.
Because you're going to see the caginess of Lopez come into effect. He's going to run him into a shot. The uppercut is the shot that he's looking for.
He's crafty with fight-ending power. That's what makes him dangerous. With a 3.5-inch disadvantage in reach, getting to you like that.
Real good left hook. Good shot right there.
Now the right hand, and he's putting Lopez in a corner, but then he lets him out. And Lopez makes him pay with a left hook and a right.
That's good work right there.
Excellent
That
right
is
hand.
real good work right there from
Joet
Gonzalez. Taking advantage
There's
of the
1-2.
undisciplined hands. That's it right there. Now he's putting on work. Staying consistent.
There's a short right hand, uppercut, and this is where Joet cannot let the round get away from him. Nice body shot from Joet. Nip and tuck. World title at stake in the featherweight division. Bernardo Osuna alongside Hall of Famer Timothy Bradley and star reporter Mark Kriegel.
You know, and it's because they finally surrendered to the game. You put yourself in a better position to be able to land, just as you said after that last loss.
Yeah, he lost to Ruben Villa, who we saw on this undercard on May of 2019. Then he beat undefeated Christian Baez, took a victory over Andy Vences, defeated unbeaten prospect Gabe Flores Jr., who has never been the same since, and then went to Leeds, England to beat Josh Warrington in a very taxing fight before defending it with the brutal uppercut victory in the 5th round against Mick Conlan.
But I just think that he's comfortable and he knows who he is now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think if the odds are against him or for him, he's going to do what he does inside the ring. This is a great round right now from Joet, just taking advantage of the non-disciplined guards of Lopez.
Plus the fact that Lopez is trying to hold and referee Laurence Cole is allowing. Mark, what do you got for me?
Emmanuel Savoy wants Lopez to jab more, and I said, what are you going to do about those right hands? He goes, my guy got to keep his hand up. I also spoke to Joet Gonzalez, Joet's brother. He says, we've got to close the show by maintaining our distance, keep jabbing, keep with those straight right hands.
That's what was lacking against Isaac Dogbe in the 3rd loss of his career, a fight that he could have earned a split draw had he come out and won that 10th round. He didn't, and he ended up losing that fight. He said that's a lesson learned. Let's see if he applies it in the championship rounds, which we will have for you right here on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN when we return. The referee's looking for a reason to deduct a point. Stop holding and just punch. Mark, this is a close fight and every point counts.
5 rounds apiece, 95-95. Fellas, this is your life.
Absolutely. We've seen Joet Gonzalez fall short in every one of his big fights of becoming a world champion, but he's got to do it against a fighter who is just as hungry in Luis Alberto Lopez, and you see that he's landed 51 more punches so far.
Very open with his depression after suffering his second loss. You know, he said he saw a therapist. He needed help. He received the help, and now he's fighting in the championship, defending his belt for the second time. It's important for him to win this fight, to keep his mentals in check.
And it's important for Joet Gonzalez to keep punching. The referee gets in the middle of the action, and then Gonzalez takes advantage and lands a big right. Excellent round, or start to the round, for Joet Gonzalez here in the 11th.
Joet is definitely fighting like a possessed man. He's fighting like...
The judges do not take damage into account.
No, they don't.
You would look at the faces of these two fighters and think that Lopez is clearly winning this fight, yet Gonzalez is in this fight with a chance to win it in the championship rounds because it's scored. That leaping left hook from Luis Alberto Lopez, but Gonzalez is not holding back here in this 11th round. He's making it rugged.
Look at that move right there from the champion. Now he's playing around now, trying to buy himself some time. He's looking to just land
or not giving it away, because Gonzalez has gone out and taken this round.
Stop!
As we go to the 12th and final round, we're going to stay here and listen to the instructions in the corners of Luis Alberto Lopez and Joet Gonzalez. I'll be translating.
I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if he learned his lesson.
And Joet Gonzalez is dreaming of becoming a champion. Lopez dreaming of taking that belt home.
Ooh.
Nice left hook from Joet Gonzalez. Lopez has to let his hands go. That's what the corner is telling him to do. Gonzalez trying to dig to the body. There's that 1-2 from Joet.
That toughness coming from Joet.
The dog we were asking for.
Yes.
Body shot.
That's what has him in this fight. That's what has the champion right now. A little deterred, as we say. Joet, he hit him with his best shots, and Joet is still here, and he's still firing back right now.
Now look under the left eye of Joet Gonzalez. There had been concern about the inflammation. The cheekbone of Joet Gonzalez. Nice right hand from Lopez. Feints with the right, lands with the left. Good body work from Gonzalez. Close round here between the champion and challenger. Neither wanting to give it up, and they'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to determine the winner. Quick flurries from Lopez. Nice left hook from Lopez. The heart of a champion and that of a challenger on Mexican Independence Day weekend. Half a minute left. Joet Gonzalez's boxing life at stake here, and Lopez's belt.
Both guys are having their ways and having their moments in this round. But the one that's being the aggressor is without a doubt Joet Gonzalez.
Lesson learned from that loss against Isaac Dogbe. It's gonna be in the hands of the judges, and I don't know what they're going to write on their scorecards, because it's been an extremely close fight.
Robert Hoyle scores the bout 118-110. Steve Weisfeld scores the bout 117-111. And Ruben Carrion scores it 116-112. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still, IBF Featherweight Champion of the World, Luis Alberto El Venado